Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a small apartment Valentine's Day home decor tour. Home decor tour, I love it. So I will show you my living room and my kitchen. So I will turn you around and let's get started. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you stay and subscribe. Okay guys, so here is the kitchen portion of the Valentine's decor video. So on the peg rack, I just have a heart copper tin that I thrifted. My mom's snowman s'more with the heart. I thrifted that bear mug, and I just put a gingham towel there, and then I added some twine to that other copper tin, and I hung it there. And that heart, I think it says love on the other side. I don't remember if that was from the Target dollar spot years ago. I'm not sure, but I will get up close to the mug. Isn't it cute? So I just put it there, and that's what this area looks like for Valentine's. I didn't do too much, didn't go crazy. Okay, and then I will pan over to this area. I don't know about the lighting since the lamp is on, but this is the area where I do, just the coffee. I don't make it, with a bunch of other things. My coffee pot is probably wet because I just rinsed it out because I just had my morning coffee. But yeah, this is what I did. I put some of the gingham plaid hearts there. I don't have anything in the white heart jar. And I just put my I Love Lucy, and I think that green one is the Central Perk one. And then I got the Johanna Parker mug that I got on clearance like 4 years ago. And I just added one of those Hobby Lobby vintage inspired signs. And then my coffee, what do you call those? Filters. The coffee filters are just in a bowl right there. So, and that's what I did there. And the only thing I switched up here is I put that copper tin there, and then that is still the same up there. So, but yeah, this is just the general area in my kitchen. Okay, here is all I did here on this side. So, I got rid of a lot of like the older, like I had like real cheesy type towels. Had nothing with red. Everything with red was really basically like Christmas. So I wasn't going to go and spend the money. So maybe next year, that's what I'll do. I'll spend money for some nice towels for the kitchen for Valentine's Day. But this is all I did in this area. So my cookbooks are up there on that little kind of like, it's not a shelf, but like a tray that I thrifted recently. A lot of things are thrifted, like all those books except Magnolia Table and Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. That was from the dollar store, was thrifted. And then I got like some cutting boards back there. One is like the fall one, and I just turned it around, and you can use it all year long. And then I added like a cookie cutter here. You can see me there. To that tree in that crock. Added those 2 heart ramekins. Is that what they're called? I'm not sure. And then that Made with Love from Hobby Lobby years ago on a gingham plate. I think that was from Magnolia like years ago as well. And then with a strawberry ornament. And yeah, that's all I did for this area. Okay, over here, nothing much. Just kept the teapot up there. And then I just added one of those little mugs from Hobby Lobby there in that bowl. A Hershey's Kiss in that bowl. And then that red mug over there. And then that was from Hobby Lobby as well. One of the mini mugs. And then I added, don't know how good you could see it because the lighting's bad. There we go. I added some stir sticks. Those came from Target years ago. I still had a few left. Kept my Coca-Cola stuff out, Hershey's. And that's it. Just like little touches of Valentine's. And then that stayed the same that I styled in a previous video. And that's it here. And then the only other thing, this was on my front door to my apartment, but I just put it here. So I thrifted that. They sell that at Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if they have this color this year. I know they did make it a brighter red, which I love red. You guys know that. Okay, I'm going to start you off here where the video is at. I love the ambiance. It's a cabin one. It is just so perfectly me. Look at that snow with the mountains. So I picked that one for the ambiance. It's adorable. Okay, so here in my dough bowl, I just have this, it's like one of those vintage, is it like a threading something something? I don't know what they're called, but this was not my idea to put the ribbon on there. I found this from somebody that I just recently started following on YouTube. Do not remember her name, so I do not take credit for it. But I thought that was such a cute idea. She had a few of them in a basket. It was so adorable. I only have one, so I just did it with one. So I didn't know what to do here, and I don't use pink, but that's basically, I think, all the pink that I have in this decor, except one more little thing. I just put those hearts in there. It was from Hobby Lobby. Those two white ornament type looking, whatever you want to call them, farmhouse style, I don't know, but those came from the Dollar Tree, so I did pick up two. And then I have a love, I think that's from Michael's years ago, and then, oh, you see it back there, cute. So that's that. And here I didn't do too much here. So I just like put out my books, and then that lights up, but it takes batteries, and I forgot to turn on this down here, but I will in 1 second. So I kept it out like I did winter, and I just added the Valentine's tree, but let me turn on those lights. Okay, so I turned them on, and I just love that little area down there. I think it looks cute. So as you can see, I added like the bookends. I think those came from Hobby Lobby on clearance like 4, maybe 5 years ago. So I added one there and one there, and then I just took out one of my Valentine's Day junk journals and just put it there too. I love it actually. This bookshelf here, it does not have like a lot of Valentines, so I just threw that up there after like my winter decor. And then the same is for my mama, except I added that Scrabble thing. I can't find like the little glass hearts that I had. I don't think Dollar Tree sold them anymore, but I was going to put a heart after the word mom, but I don't have any hearts. So I got that. I love this area. I miss my mama so much. You all know that. And down here, I just exchanged something to get that heart cutting board, so I put it there. And that is my grandma. I miss her too as well. With the church that I've had since, I think it's an Easter piece, but you can keep that out all year long. So like the windows look like glass windows, stained glass. That's our new CD player. And then here, this is what I did with this little area. So that is like an older, gosh, I can't remember what year that came out, from Bath and Body Works. And it's like a crate. The other side says Bath and Body Works. So I just added like the lantern, those hearts from Hobby Lobby, and a plate with a doily. And this is just all I did down there. And then I just kept out my Coca-Cola blanket from Christmas. I mean, it's red. They do have Valentine's one, but I'm not going to go spend money on it, even though it's only $15. But it just has like the holly, and it's still wintertime. To me, that's perfectly fine. So, all right, I will show you another area in 1 second. And here next to this Chase Lounge, I just put one of those Dollar Tree fabric heart trees. And then that's just like a, what do they call those? You know, to put your drinks on. A coaster. Oh my gosh. Okay, this pretty much stayed the same. I just put one of my willow trees up there. I know you're seeing the glare from the TV, but I have this area. Those two plates are my mama's. And then here, I need batteries for my mom's lantern there. So we got love you more and love you most. So love you more is something my mom always said, and I would say love you most. I'm hoping to get a tattoo one of these days that says love you more with her handwriting, so. And then her area, a lot of like the one candle back there needs a battery, so. And then I added that vintage Valentine from Hobby Lobby from last year. Sorry about the glare. I'm just not going to open the cabinet right now. And then this area with the willow trees. And then then just that area down there. And then here is really nothing. So I have my antiques there. And that is my mama's fox and owl in the radio flyer. Okay, so here in the new crock that I thrifted from Goodwill, I just have this tree with some hanging hearts and white fabric hearts there. I love it. And then that's why I wanted that heart from Dollar Tree. I couldn't find the other one, so at least I found one to get on, to put on top of the tree. So got that. And then my mom's snowflake blanket. I put the heart blanket, I think from Target it was. And then I just added that grapevine kind of like garland that Hobby Lobby has there. I do not have a battery for that candle, but I added that that wood like riser there with some hearts in that little bowl. And then the fireplace is on, of course. Let me see if I can back up and get a decent view. I'm trying, guys. All right, and that's what it looks like. I love it. Those are my mom's angel wings, so love those there. Okay, this area, I can't get much of a good view on this shelf. So I just kept the baskets there from Christmas. I added a snowflake that was from my mom's snowman collection. Just hung it there, hung a heart there. And those two ornaments, those fabric ornaments are from Hobby Lobby. So I added that there. And then here, that is a willow tree I gave to my mom one year for probably Christmas. So it's the 3 generations. So it would be, you know, her, me, and then my daughter. So 3 generations of women. Added a heart there. And then I just picked up those buttons from Hobby Lobby and threw them in those bowls. Then there's like another Coca-Cola coaster that we use. And then, remember this glass container that was around at, I think it was Target Dollar Spot a few years ago? I had like earrings in there, so I decided to bring it in here and use it for that. This I thrifted, this basket. And then if you guys remember that, I think it was from Threshold, and it was very popular years ago. It was the garland that had like tassels. So I used it so much. I'm like, well, what else can I do with this? I cut off the tassels years ago, and I just like made single hearts out of them. So that's what I did with that. Okay, here on this Hobby Lobby shelf, I didn't do too much to it. So I got like the couple. My mom bought that for me years ago. I was still married with my husband at the time that she got that, and now I'm in a different relationship. So I forgot the name of that one. I'm not sure. So I just had some greenery in a basket, added one of the Dollar Tree candle holders. And then I didn't know what to do with this area. So I kept out the snowflake box, that's my mom's. I added a heart in that copper. That stayed the same from my winter decor. And then in the transferware, I just put one of those Hobby Lobby, like little plants. And then here, oh, sorry for any glare. All right, so I kept out the other snowflake box, and then I have one of the Hobby Lobby vintage inspired. She's so cute. And then in here, I just added that mister with the white buttons. And then added greenery. And then down here, this is all I did down here. I don't have anything Valentine's there, so. And here's just an overview. It's pretty cloudy today, so there's no sunshine in here. Okay, so this last area is my mom's hutch. I'm not a huge fan of what I did to the top. You know, sometimes when you don't have everything you need, you just kind of throw it all together. So I just left that like that. At first I wasn't going to use the sun-made raisins, but I'm like, you know, why not? All right, so here's what the glass will look like. Hello. All right, so this I kept the same from winter decor. I just added the, it's not the Hobby Lobby one. The Hobby Lobby one to me, guys, is huge. I don't know why it's so big. This is a Target one from probably 3 or 4 years ago. It's a cute little vintage bird. And then there is a vintage Valentine back there. That house lights up. I just didn't turn it on. I added some of those hearts there. I put like little sticker hearts on the tree. That's actually what I could have done with the area by my mom. I might still do that. I don't know. Put one of those sticker hearts on that Scrabble thing. All right. And then the pine cone stayed there from winter. A couple more hearts there. This was like a candle holder I've had for years. So I just put in the flower frog with a Valentine. A vintage Valentine. She's so cute. So, and here is the top. It stayed that way for some of the Christmas decor, so I just kept the greenery. And then I added that thrifted angel with the heart. That Snowy Days warm heart stayed there because I thought it was adorable, so I added that vintage Valentine. And then I have out the ice skates and the snowflake from like a cheer tray thing. And then I just got the salt and pepper shakers. Aren't they adorable? I absolutely love them. Another tree, pine cone with greenery, and another vintage Valentine. And then I got my little creamers there with the spoons. And then there. So that's what this area looks like here. It's so cute. I love it. And then this is this down here. Okay, so you guys might have seen this in a previous video, kind of like a little snippet of what I did here. I love it. So there's a Bible back there, and then that Bible is what my mom gave to me for my birthday in 1987, and her signature's in there and everything. I love it. I miss her so much. Valentine inspired from Hobby Lobby there. I thrifted that little candle holder and put a tree in there. And then I just added some ribbon. I think that came from the Dollar Tree. There's a cookie cutter. And then there's like an angel that I thrifted. I think I thrifted that like almost a year ago. And then there's like a red fabric heart back there. I don't know if you can see it. Up here, I got a doily on top of like an old brown book. And then I just put like one of the grapevine hearts with another red heart in there. Added the gingham heart there. And then this all stayed the same. And then added the gingham heart there. And then another vintage inspired from Hobby Lobby. She is so cute. I was so happy I got her that one year that it first came out. And then there's like that Dollar Tree heart back there. It's like the canister or whatever you want to call it, the glass jar. And then this is my mama's. I kept this out with my winter decor and Christmas decor in the back room because I themed it like snowmen in honor of her. So this is her picture, and I remember one year because I was looking back at pictures, she had it in her hutch. So I decided to do the same thing, and then I just added a heart right there. So super adorable. So yeah, so I will do an overview, if I don't fall, of my mama's hutch. And then I'm going to close the doors and I'm going to show you one thing that's on the door. Okay, so I was going to show you guys this. So this is my little boy. He's 12 now. This was made in 2023, so a few years ago. Little Valentine's Day gift from school. Okay, guys, that is all for my 2026 Valentine's Day decor. I just showed you guys that last piece, and it was like that little cute little project that my son did when he was in school back in 2023. It got me thinking of going through a lot of my old things, like from my kids when they used to make me cute little notes and stuff like that, and cards, to get them out and use them for next year's decor. So those pieces mean so much in your home. You don't always have to go out to the stores. You don't always have to buy like the cutesy stuff, which that's perfectly fine, you know, if you do that. But be a little creative and do, like, put your kids' stuff maybe that they've made you in frames, in flower frogs, whatever. absolutely love that idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed 2026 Valentine's Day decor. I did not do a tree. You just saw that little one back there that I had, you know, with the, that's in my crock. Why am I looking at it? I don't know. But yeah, guys, that is all. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.